Modern Mahjong's here with Saturday's Daily Talk of the Tiles for today, May 24th, 2025. Do you have someone that's your Mahjong Google? If not, you found us. If you're watching this on Instagram, we have a full playlist on our YouTube channel, Modern Mahjong. And you could also find us on ModernMahjong.Com, as well as our Facebook group, Mahjong Community, and our YouTube channel. We have some important reminders before we get into the questions. We first want to make sure that everyone listening is on the same level playing field, and then we'll discuss some questions we received in our Facebook group. Let's define key terms. Natural tile and symbol tile are two terms that are pretty much interchangeable. Mahjong Made Easy is the official instruction book of the National Mahjong League, and in the glossary, they define a natural tile as a non-joker tile. Similarly, the definition of a symbol tile, also referred to as natural, is any tile other than a joker. So we have natural and symbol are non-joker tiles. Joker tiles, on the other hand, are tiles that could be used in place of any symbol tile in, and this is key, a pung, kong, quint, or sextet. So what's missing from there? You cannot use a joker as a single, in a group of singles, or in a pair. So by definition, a joker can only be used in a pung, kong, quint, or sextet. A pung, a kong, a quint, and a sextet are groups of tiles, different numbers, and they all have the same word in them, identical, and they all can include jokers. So a pung is a group of 3 identical tiles, a kong is 4 identical, a quint is 5 identical, and a sextet, which hasn't been on the card in years, is 6. Now notice, for pung and kong, it can include jokers. Quint, unless it's flowers, because there's 8 of them, has to include a joker. And same with sextet, unless there's using a flower, it would have to be 4 of a kind plus 2 jokers. Moving on. Why is it important that the word identical is there? Well, a joker can never be used as a single in a group of singles or in a pair, because those are not identical. Also, single tiles or groups of singles like the year or NEWS can never use a joker, and they cannot be exposed. However, the exception is they can be exposed if it's your winning tile for Mahjong. So you're not really exposing it, you're declaring Mahjong. But that doesn't make any change to the rule that you can't use a joker. So we think that's why players get confused. The rule is no jokers as a single, pair, or group of singles, and you can't expose those either. You can call Mahjong and have a grouping of a single, a pair, or a group of singles, but you still can't use a joker for those. Can you do a reverse joker exchange? Well, there's technically not a term because it's not a thing, but we thought we would define it here. A player cannot take a joker and ask to exchange it for a natural or symbol tile. It is not allowed. This would give people the opportunity to resurrect a hand that's dead because a tile they need is either discarded or exposed. So no reverse joker exchanges are allowed. An important part about knowing that your hand that you're working on isn't coming together is being able to pivot and find a backup. And we have another backup class coming up on June 5th, I believe. And you could check it out on modernmahjong.com/collections/our events. And we recommend if you're having trouble, like you have a hand in mind and that one's not working out and then you just are stuck, this is a class for you. Next question. Can you call a discard and use it to exchange for a joker? Nope, absolutely not. A discard can only be used in a new exposure or to declare Mahjong. So we did another video about this, and we had the little hippos from Hungry Hungry Hippo reaching for a tile. Who would get to pick up that discard? Whose tile would it be? A tile cannot be claimed and then used as a joker. It could only be a new exposure or declare Mahjong. Think of the chaos this would permit. Who would get it? Would it be a race? Would everybody be grabbing towards the center of the table? So just remember, if somebody puts down a 2-dot and there's an exposure and the 2 dots have a joker, nobody could pick up that 2-dot and then say, can I have your joker? If somebody else happens to need that 2 dot, either for Mahjong or an exposure, they can call it. It's not a dead tile, it's just not able to be used to pick up to get a joker exchange. So now moving on to hand of the day. We're going to continue breaking it down and going in order on the card, because sometimes your eyes just gloss over hands that when you have certain tiles, you're like, wait a second, that would have worked really well for that. So we thought focusing on one hand of the day would be really helpful. So number 3 in the 2025 section is the year 2025. Those are 4 single tiles, no joker. They could be in bam, crack, or dot because that white dragon is neutral. Then you have a pung of 2s and a pung of 5s. And then you have a Kong of dragons. This has to be any 3 suits. So regarding the 2025, that whole thing is a suit because the white dragon doesn't count as a suit for that. So if that's bam, then the 2 and the 5 have to be a second suit like crack or dot. And the dragon has to be the third suit, so whatever wasn't used yet. If you happen to use the white dragon for your Kong of dragons, remember to save one for the 2025 or you'll have a dead hand. Or depending on your exposures, you'll have to try to find a backup if you haven't exposed too much. Because if you call that Kong without using a joker, you will not have a white dragon for the 2025. So that's just a reason to hold back and wait until you have a joker in order to call that. Otherwise, you won't be able to complete your hand, the 2025, or the whole hand. So we discussed it briefly in this video about pivoting. Our next class is June 5th, Thursday, June 5th. It is 75 minutes long. It starts at 7 p.m. Please check your time zone. We are on the Eastern time zone. It is live only. There's no replay, and you could register on our website for $36. It's ModernMahjong.com/products/2025 Zoom. If you are looking to learn to play Mahjong, we have a 4-part online series. You could watch live, or you could watch the replay for up to a month. It's being taught by myself and Donna Kassman, and you could visit modernmahjong.com/collections/our events and find out more details. If you're going to be in New York City, we hope you'll join us. We are demonstrating Mahjong at the Egg Rolls, Egg Creams, and Empanada Street Festival. This is not going to be social open play. There will be seats for people to come and step in and fill in and play a game or two, but this is not like a social play event. This is more of a demonstration, some history, and there's going to be other styles of Mahjong for 3 different cultures. So it's going to be dominoes, Mahjong for the Chinese Asian culture, and then there's going to be National Mahjong League, which they're calling Jewish Mahjong. So this is a really fun festival. I think 12,000 people came last year. Tickets are free. You could find out more at the museum at Eldred Street. If you are interested in our PDF that we mentioned during our Zoom, this is a 95-page PDF of learning strategy, learning hands on the card, understanding the groupings, figuring out what to do if your hand's not coming together and how to pivot. Really helpful. We've got great feedback after this, people saying that they are playing so much more strategically and logically after taking our Zoom and having this PDF. If you play Canasta and want to up your game, Donna Miller-Small and I are teaching on June 3rd, 10th, and 17th an intermediate series. Prior knowledge of how to play Canasta is important and required, but this is for Modern American Canasta Intermediate Series. You could register. It is being hosted by My Jewish Learning, and a shortcut to the link is bit.ly/Canasta June with the C and the J capital. If you play Canasta, we are having a convention October 11th and 12th in New York City. Hope you could join us. Details on bit.ly/CanastaCon25. We hope that you enjoy these daily Talk of the Tiles. If you have ideas for us to cover, please send us an email. It's really helpful. We have a list of different topics that we're going to be getting to, and we love to add to that list. And we don't gatekeep information. As you could tell, we really want to help players recognize and understand official rules so they can play with confidence and they can play anywhere they go. If you're not following us, what information are you missing out on? So tag your friends so they don't miss out. We're Modern Mahjong on Facebook and Instagram. We're Mahjong community of almost 70,000 players on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. So we hope that you like, comment, save, and share so you could find these videos later. And we hope you have a great day and a great game.